Hey, cousins. I need y'all to show some love to the Stomping Grounds retrospective and to the Curious Case of Lacey Evans and to the Curious Case of Britt Baker. I need y'all to go over there and show them some love. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know that. Real quick, because I got to talk about this anyway, but I do want to take the time to give a eulogy to one of the hottest, sexiest Latin men to be fumbled by WWE. Congregation, give me your hands, please. It's so hard to say goodbye to Santos Escobar. And I'll take with me the memories of sexy Santos showing that ass in the ring as much as he could. It's so hard to say goodbye to Santos Escobar. Give me a round of applause. Santos Escobar. How you fucking up these Latinos? The Latinos is hot right now. Damn. Listen. Monday Night Raw took place down to American Lives Arena in Dallas, Texas for October 6, 2025. Joe and Wade on the 1 and 2s. The beautiful Alicia Taylor doing her thug thizzle. One of the cousins told me to stop saying WrestlePalooza. Let me tell you something. You mean to tell me I gotta wait till next year to say WrestlePalooza when I could say it anytime, any place, anywhere? Cousin, don't come over here trying to regulate. Don't do that. Because now I got to say it for no motherfucking reason. Now I got to say it just cuz, cousin. WrestlePalooza. They gave me a word, a gift that keeps on giving, and you want to take it from me? How dare you? You know what? This Raw, I don't know what to say about it. It was a lot of stuff jam-packed in 2 hours. It was a lot of story jam-packed in 2 hours. Now, listen, let me see how I'm gonna come at this. I don't give a fuck about the matches. We just gonna focus on all the story that was packed into this. Because the issue that Paul Levesque and Lee Fitton and all them motherfuckers is having is that the pay-per-views are between 2 to 3 weeks apart with a little yang sprinkled in, right? And so they gotta give you the food not fully cooked, right? So you getting half-cooked chicken. You biting into the chicken hot, and then it's pink in the middle. See, this is what's going on. So Raw was a bucket of half-cooked chicken, okay? Because we revisiting shit and reheating old-ass leftovers. This motherfucker going into the deep freezer and getting out them old collard greens that you had cooked 3-4 weeks ago on a whim, okay? And you was just like, I ain't got nothing to eat tonight. Let me see what's in the deep freezer. Oh, it's some collard greens. Now, sometimes the greens be hitting when they sitting in that pot liquor, okay? But then sometimes you might fuck around and get some funky ass greens. So it's touch and go. You see how I'm coming at y'all? Because we family, we cousins. So y'all already know how we gets down, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and have a conversation. Because I get the feeling a lot of folks is going to get on they little microphones like me and they're going to give you the same spiel. It was terrible. It was awful. I don't want to do all that. I already told you I'm trying to come different. We already get the same shit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay? So with all that being said, I'm trying to zhuzh it up for us over here. You understand? And if you're in the business or you're looking for some other stuff, girl, what they got to do with wrestling is always jumping on the Patreon. So Roman Reigns, his hair got longer. Roman Reigns had on some hunter green, orange, and black Jordan 4s. Let's give a round of applause. Yes, he did. I saw them sneakers. I said, oh. I did. I'm not going to lie to you. I was turned by the sneakers. Because last week, he didn't give me what I needed with the sneakers. But this week, I was turned. I was like, oh, let me sit up. He got in the ring. And Roman said, Dallas, Texas, acknowledge me. And you know what? I'm not even going to hold y'all. I didn't fully extend my arm, but I raised one finger. It was a small acknowledgement because I'm kind of over it. I'm a little bit over it. But when I saw them J's, I was like, oh, okay. You know, I put my little piece of hair behind my ear because, you know, I love me some sneakers. Anyway, Paul Heyman came out there. And to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck what Paul Heyman's talking about. And then Bronson Reed showed up. And Bronson Reed, sounding like a British Shakespearean theater worker, said, Roman Reigns, don't worry about them. Listen to me. Your father, Sika, 45 years in the business, never stretched out. Your uncle, 45 years in the business, never stretched out. How do you think they feel looking down on you, watching you get stretched out by my hands? Oh, I can't take Bronson Reed serious. Where Braun Breaker? Braun Breaker went to Australia with Rhea Ripley to do the rounds? Because where Braun Breaker at? We don't do one bronze. We do bronzes. What part of the game you don't get? Okay, cool. Whatever. Roman was like, listen, you bringing up my family and everything. You got that fat dumbass standing next to you as if I'm not going to split your shit wide the fuck open. It's cute and everything. But at the end of the day, I'm up here. And you're down here. You're actually under the Jordan 4s that I have on. So, it's going to be on my time because I'm that bitch. I'm that girl, okay? And when you want to do it, whatever fashion you want to do it, I will extend the time for you. But in the meantime, I am the tribal chief, the head of the table. Okay? The merchandise. I'm going to see who in here knows where the merchandise comes from. I'm going to see if you know your Roman Reigns history. Okay? Paul Heyman said, you know what? Listen, Roman, I love you and you're the best thing that ever happened to me, but how about Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed this Saturday night in Perth, Australia at the Crown Jewel in a match? How about that? How about in the match Bronson Reed has never been defeated in a match that Bronson Reed was so dominant in? WWE recruited him from Australia. This Saturday night at Crown Jewel, Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. How about that? And Roman said, I got 2 words for you. 3 letters, 1 word. Yes. Well, he really said, I accept. And there you go. So now we have another match added to the Crown Jewel Perth. It's going to be an Australian street fight between Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns. Are you excited? Are you excited? The tribal thief versus the tribal chief. Paul Heyman said, all right, y'all, we good. Drop the mic. Roman Reigns said, you know what? I like how y'all walked in all tough and stuff with y'all chest poked out and y'all stomachs touching. but now you about to walk in like two hot bitches. And Bronson Reed was like, girl, you're not going to pull my card like that. He proceeded to run to the ring and got beat the fuck up. Okay, we got the usual traditional breaking apart of the P-Pal. We got 2 Superman punches to the dome. And we got, moving right along, a video recap of the Kabuki Warriors. The Kabuki Warriors. They're turning their backs on Io Sky. Asuka was back there letting Adam Pearce know where to go, what bus to catch, and what stop to get off. Adam Pearce was like, listen, I understand what you're saying. Asuka said, I want the match tonight. Just make the fucking match. Like, I don't even know why I gotta say this more than once. Make the fucking match. Adam Pearce said, I understand, but see, the problem is, Io is here by himself, and you trying to get a match, and you got Kairi Sane, right? And Rhea Ripley is in Australia doing her thing, and I said, listen, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Make the match. Adam Pearce said, you know what? Fine, whatever. He walked off. Kairi Sane come out. What's up, girl? Asuka said, girl, guess what? Tonight, we're going to teach that bitch a little thing or two. You are going to get in the ring with Io Sky, and you're going to whoop her ass. Kairi Sane going to say, mother, I don't want to do that, child. Asuka slapped the shit out of Kairi Sane. I said, oh, that's a grown woman. Asuka said, let me tell you something, bitch. You better get with the program. You better get down or lay down. I'm all gas, no brakes with it. Yeah, I mean, I thought that's what she was going to say in Japanese. But she basically said, get your ass in the ring and do what I told you to do, or it's going to be other consequences on the other side. So what's it going to be, ho? What's it going to be, ho? Kairi saying, listen, she said, I don't want no fucking beef. I don't want no fucking beef. We go into the first match. We're going to have to hold on this one a little quick. We're going to talk about this. Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree. We're going to have a real conversation about Becky Lynch. I don't think we have a real conversation about Becky Lynch. I think I'm the only person that has a real conversation about Becky Lynch. Okay? Becky Lynch is feeling herself a little bit too fucking much. This match had nothing but phantom swings and no connections. I don't know how these hoes was bruised up and flying all across the ring because not one of their hits actually hit. Now, Becky really hit Maxine Dupree in the beginning because Maxine was like, oh! And it kept moving. Becky had it out for Maxine's wig. Like, this girl is pulling all the clips and shit you can handle out this motherfucking woman's head. Maxine Dupree. Listen, I'm not expecting much from her. Maxine is the second coming of CJ Perry. Maxine is the new Lana. You understand? Winning by flukes. Fighting, doing the best she can, and she won by fluke. Becky Lynch, you supposed to be seasoned, bitch. You supposed to make these hoes look good in the ring, and you not doing a good job. You were bumbling, fumbling, and botching all up and through that motherfucker. The way I saw both of you not connect at all. To the point where you had Joe and Wade completely flummoxed at some of the moves. Oh, it didn't catch it all the way. Well, I guess they got to go back around and do round 2. Well, Becky Lynch sucks. Now, I will say, she's taking this opportunity with the IC title to give the girls a little something they can chew on. But baby, if you're not going to put your best foot forward and show these bitches what it is and make them look good in the ring, get the fuck up out of it. Hey, where's Nikki Bella? Where's Nikki Bella? AJ Lee, isn't she a main attraction? Is she gonna come back and look for something else to do? What's happening? I gotta ask these real questions. Because what's going on? Maxine Dupree, all you need to know is that she ended up winning by a fluke because Becky Lynch wanted to take the time out to talk shit to the crowd and got counted out. Mind you, Becky Lynch was all up in the referee's face talking cash shit. The referee said 7, 8, 9, 10, throw the bell. Maxine Dupree won by a fluke. I literally saw Lana all over again. What's next? Are we for real? This is what we're doing? Whatever, moving right along. Awful. Roman Reigns is backstage with the Usos. He dapping up Jay real quick. Then he dapped up Jimmy. Roman like, man, this bitch here, like, who mans is this? Why is he back here? Jay going hard. Jay all riled up with that lime green bitch ass t-shirt, talking about he got to get himself where he need to be. Roman said, hold the fuck on. I already schooled you and taught you the ways of the world. I told you, don't be focusing on the other shit and focus on your what you want. Get your eyes on the prize. You too busy running around here making all this fucking commotion, hooting and hollering. Who out there opening the second half of this show? Jay was like, oh, word, and he goes stomping off. So Jimmy's standing there, and Roman, you know how Roman do. He was like, listen, you do know I got eyes and ears, right? And they're sexy and perfect. You know that, right, Jimmy? Jimmy's like, yeah, man, what? He said, listen, I see and hear all. You got a motherfucking problem with me mentoring Jay? You got a problem with me giving him the keys? Because if you got a problem, boo, you need to go ahead and get it off your chest now. Roman rolled his eyes and walked right the fuck away. Jimmy standing there like, I can't believe I got to go through this bullshit again. Bailey backstage. And Bailey, she look cute tonight. I'ma just need them to lighten up on the foundation. It's giving pancake. It's giving cement. Lighten up on the foundation a little bit. And she barely looked good tonight. Love the outfit. Bailey was telling Lyra that she's gonna get in her corner tonight. She's gonna help her out with the vortex that is Roxanne and Roxanne. We just gonna call them the Roxannes. We just gonna call them the double R's. Okay? The Rough Riders at this point. Because we just got Raquel and now we getting Roxanne. We got the 50-50 booking going on. That's why it don't even fucking matter that they in the ring. Because the story here is, what's up with Bailey? Did Bailey take her meds tonight? Because she's really, really nice to Lyra. Lyra don't know what she should be doing with Bailey because Lyra was giving Bailey a lot of fever. But now they working in tandem. Okay? All you need to know is Roxanne won. We don't give a fuck because that's not the story. You wasting people time. These matches are too fucking long. They're long as fuck. Moving right along. We go into programming alert. Next week's Raw will be airing on Netflix at 8 a.m. Okay? If you want to see Raw down to the Perth, Australia, go ahead and turn on your VPN and have it queued up for 8 a.m. Okay? I'm going to do the best with what I got. Okay? We'll see how that is. Because I get up at 5 regardless. Crown Jewel is at 8 a.m. All the shows emanating from Australia will be at 8 a.m. Okay? Just to let you know. So with that being said, I will be watching Raw after work. Moving right along, John Cena, AJ Styles video package. I mean, who cares? AJ said it himself tonight. The story writes itself. I don't got to give you any backstory. I don't got to put no meat in the motherfucking sandwich. We pulling the shit out of the freezer. Okay? We pulling the meat out of the freezer. It's already made. Throw that shit out. That's what they basically, and Jackie Redmond was backstage and she was talking to AJ Styles. AJ Styles was going on and on about something and John Cena. Anyway, Finn Balor, what's his name? JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio come walking over there because AJ and Dragon Lee was talking. Listen, not Dragon Lee. Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix was just mixing it up with Mr. Bouncy Javon Evans. Now he over here on Raw. Okay? And so what happened here is AJ told the Judgment Day, since y'all all in my fucking face tonight, how about I go find a third person and I whoop your ass? How about that? And the Judgment Day was like, we don't give a fuck. We ain't doing nothing but walking around with useless titles. And that's what AJ did. He went to go find a third person with Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix said, y'all getting rid of the Mexicans. I gotta keep busy. Moving right along. Y'all was at a commercial break. And Bailey and Lyra was backstage like fucking each other all the way up. And they got broke up. There was really no like experience. Not they was fucking up the Judgment Day. Excuse me, not each other. Okay, there was really no reason as to why this was happening, but that's the storyline. Moving right along, CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. CM Punk is in the ring. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Okay, probably giving you some history or something like that. I was looking at the TV, but my eyes was cocked, so I don't know. LA Knight came out and said, "Let me talk to you." Yeah, and he proceeded to basically tell CM Punk that he is next in line and CM Punk need to get the fuck behind him. Whoop de whoop de whoop. And while them two going back and forth, we get Jey Uso coming in and he said, hey, I'm gonna slap you right there because I'm finally thinking clear, Oos. My mind is clear. I'm the one that never got a rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship. Hey, Oos. And I'm the one that's up next for that World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. LA Knight said, you know what? I'm in a fucking vortex. This is some bullshit. I'm next. You get in the motherfucking back. And then before he could finish, Jey Uso kicked LA Knight in the mouth. CM Punk said, wait a minute. So you done kicked this man in the mouth. He ain't wrong. But you gonna get behind me, motherfucker, okay? I'm like, you need to figure out what the fuck it is you need to do because I like Jay. You cool. I ain't got no beef with the Usos. Y'all need to get together and open the penitentiary back up so we could go up in there. But what I ain't down for is a little Roman. Jay got all riled up. Who you talking? You. And so Jimmy got in the middle. He was like, come on, man. Nah. And so while they was trying to, Jimmy trying to break it up, CM Punk came, moved Jimmy out the way, and punched Jay in the face. So Jimmy over there, looking extra thick in the thighs, he went super kicked CM Punk in the mouth, knowing full well that man ain't got but 13 teeth at the top. Full well that man ain't got a full row and you gonna kick him in his mouth like that. Moving right along, Io Sky. She gave herself a Japanese promo in the back. And she basically said, listen, you know what? I'm going to tell you something right now because I get the feeling that the Kabuki War is going to lose down at the Crown Jewel. And that's some bullshit. Because Io Sky, let me tell you something real quick. According to your little story, you talking about you don't know what's going on and you don't know why there's all this jealousy and disrespect. When that woman, you gave all credit to Asuka, Mother Joshi, is the reason why you in this motherfucking show. And you gonna turn on Mother Joshi for Mother Leather? For Mother Leather? That's what you gonna do? And your reasoning is you don't know if you can trust her? What did Asuka do? What did Asuka do for you not to trust her? That's the conversation I need to have. Where in the Ripple did Asuka show that you couldn't trust her? That woman tried to be on your ring, at the side of your ring, and you sunned her multiple times. I don't need help. And then she got mad. She was like, bitch, I'm trying to help you and keep us together as a family, and you up under this Australian hoe? Like, what is you doing? And you steady telling her, no, I want to do myself. So she's spanking that ass to get you in line like Kyrie. Because y'all all y'all got. And you over here running behind Mother Leather? Oh, Io. I don't like it. You need to get your ass whooped. Which is exactly what happened. Io Sky versus Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane was in pain the whole time because she loves her family. And Kairi Sane feels like she could get the family back together in a more diplomatic way. As to where Asuka's like, no, I'm going to whoop her ass. It was a cute little situation. Kairi Sane, she's fighting and whooping Io's ass through the pain of family. And I don't want to fight. Because what they say, nobody wins when the family feuds. But either way, what's your name? Kairi Sane ended up rolling up Io, and with the help of Asuka, pinning the shit out of her, and they proceeded to whoop her ass because Mother Leather is not around. She down to Australia with her with her boyfriend Paul Leviskay. Moving right along, we got the history of Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, part 3, Allies. So we already know that the story to wrap this up is Seth Rollins, he put his body on the line, I'll be your shield. Okay, girl. Anyway, moving right along, we are going into the Vision's locker room. Becky Lynch is back there going on and on and on, child, because she had one of the worst fucking matches of the night. Yes, the crowd loved what Maxine Dupri was doing. They should. But girl, you was fucking terrible tonight. Terrible. And she feels like she don't need to go to Perth. I'm not really sure why she was worried about Perth because you don't got a match. Does Becky Lynch have a match in Perth that I don't know about? Anyway, she going on and on and on. Seth is in the zone, and we got the Walrus sitting behind him. So after Becky went and gang and the gang, Seth would start talking to Paul Heyman. And Seth is all intense. And he was like, Paul, what happens if I lose? Paul said, you ain't finna lose. You about to go in there and win. No. What happens if I lose? Oh, no, baby. You gonna win. No! What happens if I lose? Well, you want me to give it to you straight, no chaser? Yes. Well, if you lose, you ain't gonna have the bronzes. You ain't gonna have the locker room. Ain't nobody gonna be fucking with you, and you gonna be playing second fiddle to the main title. You gonna be little brothered again as usual, and you never gonna be the top guy. Seth was like, okay. But Paul, because Paul thought he had did his thing, he got snatched back. Paul, it's convenient that you forgot to include yourself. Paul's like, yeah, girl, what's your point? What happens to you if I lose? Listen, Seth, all you gotta do, what happens if I lose? What do you do? Well, listen, Seth, to be honest with you, if you go in there and get your ass whooped by the likes of Cody Rhodes, I'm going to start questioning why I even chose you. Because I dropped a real hot potato in Roman Reigns. I dropped a real hot thing to choose your ass. So what I suggest you do is you get in that ring and you better fight for your motherfucking life. How about it? And Paul sashayed his bald-headed ass away, child. I said, Seth, you stood there and got A all the way up down to the locker room. Couldn't be me. I'd have slapped the shit out of Paul Heyman. Don't you ever step out of line, bitch. But I don't write the script. Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, and Jay backstage. First of all, I thought Roman Reigns was sitting on a stool. That motherfucker was standing up, okay? So I don't know what's going on with his spine or whatever, or he must have his legs wide the fuck open. Anyway, Jay was back there just, munjaying all the way up. I don't know what's going on. Jimmy, why you was out there? You should have been doing what I said. When you got to get on the field. You got to be on the same page with me, Jimmy. I don't know what's going on, Jimmy, because it don't make no goddamn sense. Roman's like, calm the fuck down. Calm down. Okay? Calm down. I don't know what you two got going on, but I got my own thing I got to figure out, okay? Jay, relax. Go do your thug thizzle. Everything's gonna be fine. Jay stomped off. Jimmy's standing there. Roman was like, you know what, Jimmy? I don't like how you looking at me. And Jimmy said, you know what, Roman? I don't like what the fuck you got going on. You understand? You on that bullshit again. We already did this 4 years ago. Now we got to run this shit back. Why do you keep doing my brother the way you doing him? You know he's slow. You know he 9 minutes behind me, and you keep on massaging his shit. And I don't like that. He ain't no marionette. You understand? He ain't like you, Roman. And Roman said, you know what, Jim? You know what, Jim? Jimmy, here's the thing. He ain't like you either. Because first of all, he a world champion. You understand? And he had the Intercontinental. You understand? And he got balls, gumption, and all of the things. Meanwhile, your bitch ass is running around here getting folded up by motherfucking plumbers, by your little brother, by a tall motherfucker with curls. You understand? You know, I pound you up when you had dropped it on old girl. You know, you done got Trinity up out of here. Even she was winning, and you couldn't even let it ride like that. So you worried about if he is acting like you? Nah, that young motherfucker needs to be acting like me. Get the fuck out my way. And Roman rolled his eyes again and walked away from Jimmy. Jimmy again stood there and then got sunned in the ring. Jimmy, figure it out, boo. Figure it out. Bailey is gonna be down to the Mark and Michelle show. And Biggie is gonna be on Stephanie's Cabaret if you're interested in any of that. Fourth match, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, Penta versus the Judgment Day in a 6-man tag team match. All you need to know is JD McDonough took the pin. I guess it was fun, child. I wasn't paying attention. And AJ got up on the joint and he said, listen, I don't need no motherfucking story. Like I told y'all went into the goddamn freezer and got them old collard greens. You're gonna reheat it and you're gonna like it. Boom. That was it. That was the promotion for AJ Styles versus Cena. We also, before I forget, we got a Rusev sighting, but he got kicked in the mouth. Moving right along, final match, CM Punk, LA Knight, and the Usos. Listen, all you need to know is that LA Knight got his win back because CM Punk went ahead and did the go to sleep down to Jey Uso's face. And so LA tags in and got the 1, 2, 3. So he's looking at CM Punk like, gotcha, bitch. And then we leave with Jey Uso rolling around in the ring with the goals in his mouth. And, you know, they don't go all the way to the back. And that's how the show ended. I don't know. Is that bad? Is it good? Like, it was some story progression. Now, we could get deep into the woods. I don't think what Roman Reigns is about to do furthers any story. I think it gets him on a pay-per-view. That's like a glorified house show. The pay-per-view doesn't really fucking matter. It's not like they're walking around with this big-ass crown jewel title and a big-ass Super Bowl ring punching motherfuckers in the head and setting up fights. This is just for your entertainment. So you could be mad and we could go down the history of 4 years of excellence for Roman Reigns, or we could realize what's going on. This is the show. And these motherfuckers gonna give it to you. You gonna pay, and y'all gonna pay $30,000 to see John Cena wrestle AJ Styles in their last match. So at the end of the day, why get riled the fuck up? Okay? I got some story. Something I could chew on. I could chew on it a little bit. I could chew on it. It was like a little hors d'oeuvre. One of them little cucumber sandwiches. It wasn't no full fucking blimpy. It wasn't no Jersey Mike situation. It was like like a Jimmy John's, like a little Subway joint. That's all. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Or as usual, that's all I got. I ain't got no